everyone, welcome to the very first reaction video of this channel, Over a Cup of Coffee. I will be doing a reaction on Roger Singson's composition, Musang Tala, which is actually with lyrics from the poem Musang Tala by the same name, written by Cavestany and interpreted by Mr. Roeder Camañag, who is the subject, the honored guest that I just had of my first interview in this channel. So I thought that I'd do this reaction because it's connected to my very first long-form interview, and I hope you enjoy it. So first, I'm going to read to you the lyrics in Tagalog. Tagalog, I am not the strongest in Tagalog, but I will read the lyrics to you. And it says, Kapag ang birtud mo'y unti-unti nang pumupusyaw, lahat nanlulumo, nalulumbay, namamanglaw, parang masayang panaginip na biglang nabulahaw, pilit binabalikan, ayokong bumitaw, Naglaho bigla-biglang, ligayang pumanaw. So I actually, in advance, did a rough translation. So I'm going to read you the first paragraph translation that I came up with, and I think it'll help people who is not really super familiar with the deeper level of Tagalog language. So here we go. When your virtue slowly fades, everything descends into the depths of sadness and despair, like a happy dream that is suddenly cut short by a loud noise. I try to go back to the dream, not willing to let go, but it suddenly disappeared, the death of my joy. Sad! No, it's so sad! And I have a backstory about this because Mr. Camañag told me, oh, let's call him Roeder. He told me the story, the backstory, okay? So it's about somebody saying goodbye to a muse because this person is going to a new relationship. So it's very, very, and it's bigger than that. Like the person's identity shifted, and so it's like he has no choice but to say goodbye to this person who was his muse. So according to him, this piece is like he's having a nervous breakdown, and he felt like this was one of more difficult pieces to learn, and he was very stressed out learning it. But I think all that stress poured into the actual piece. I've heard it once, but I didn't understand it. So this is the first time I'm actually going to listen to it where I have more understanding of it because I actually translated the words that I didn't understand. And we'll pause after the first paragraph or every paragraph, so we could talk about that first paragraph. Okay, so let's go. Ready?
Kapag ang birtud mo'y unti-unti nang pumupusyaw, lahat nanlulumo, nalulumbay, namamanglaw, parang masayang panaginip na biglang nabulahaw, pilit binabalikan, ayokong bumitaw, naglahong biglang-bigla, ligayang pumanaw.
Wow. Oh my God! I love that. I mean, Roeder actually told me his name is pronounced Roeder, not Roeder. So I keep making mistakes. So Roeder. So Roeder's voice is so densely packed with so much emotion coming in, and you could feel not just the tension, but the upset, right? And you can hear the story unfolding as you hear it. And if you listen to the various textures of the words, depending on what they mean, and did you hear that transition from the chest tone to what do you call this? The I'm blanking. I'm totally blanking. No. It's the head tone. The you know, this what the sopranos have. Man, I'm really blanking. But yeah, the guys, they go way up like a soprano, and you know, it's so smooth the way he did it, and yet it is so dense with emotion. Like only a master can do it. Let's listen to it again, okay? And
Biyayang dulot nun.
let's start it from the beginning, because the beginning you feel the tension, just when the
Kapag ang birtud mo'y unti-unti nang pumupusyaw, lahat nanlulumo, nalulumbay, namamanglaw. Parang masayang panaginip na biglang nabulahaw, pilit binabalikan, ayokong bumitaw, naglahong biglang-bigla, ligayang pumanaw.
Woo! Okay, let's continue.
Biyayang dulot nun, halos mag-umapaw. Doon lubusang nagtampisaw, ningning mo'y nakasisilaw. Umingiti parang araw, ngayon wala nang linaw. Kinagis ng aninong di na matanaw, nagdilim ang pananaw, pati ilaw ng bulalakaw. Daig bang
Okay. Woo! I love the words of Cavestany, and I did a translation, a rough translation. I know this is not perfect, but gives an idea of what he is singing. Because the first time I heard it, I'm like, what is the story? Why is it so emotional? What is this all about? So I had to find out. And literally, I went word for word. Every word I didn't understand, I had to look it up. But this is the translation I came up with. The sea of blessings that overflowed, there I waded as much as I wanted. Your glory is so bright, your smile like the sun. But now there's no more clarity. The shadow of the past, I can no longer see. My eyesight has darkened, even the light of a shooting star. Worse than being stabbed by a winged dagger. The dark pupils of my eyes completely used up. Wow. That was the second paragraph. Let's listen to it again.
Biyayang dulot nun, halos mag-umapaw. Doon lubusang nagtampisaw, ningning mo'y nakasisilaw. Umingiti parang araw, ngayon wala nang linaw. Kinagis ng aninong di na matanaw, nagdilim ang pananaw, pati ilaw ng bulalakaw. Daig bang tumurok na malaraw, sinait aking balintataw.
understand it. It means so much more. Okay, I didn't stop from the second paragraph or stanza to the next stanza, but I will read to you that part where there's a shift. So it's here. Yeah, that part. So it starts, it's shifted to that. Wait, hold on.
Humibig ako sa buwan, humiling sa mga bituin.
Alright. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing for now because I just want to read to you, but you heard it already. It's this is it. I lamented to the moon, I begged the stars that the Musang Tala that had always been by my side return to me. The wind has gone and nothing can lift my wings. I can't fly to try to find you. I fly to outer space, there, seething in anger. It's so good. It's so good. But the performance is, as you can tell, just so phenomenal. It's so textured. It's so dynamic. What an artist. And just the combination of talents, the writer, the composer, and the interpreter. Wow, unbelievable. So, I want to listen to that part again, just the transition from the second to the third paragraph.
Anang linaw, kinagis ng aninong, di na matanaw, nagdilim ang pananaw, pati ilaw ng bulalakaw. Daig pang tumurok na malaraw, sinait aking balintataw. Humibig ako sa buwan, humiling sa mga bituin, magbalik sana naman, musang talang gumagabay sa'kin. Maghinga, magwiskoy, pinanawan na ng hangin, di na makalipad, upang ika'y hanap-hanapin. Kumailan lang sa himpapawid, doon naninindim. Patawad mahal.
Just a moment before moving forward. I don't know how he does that, you know. It's like so there's a complete control of the dynamics and the fullness of the tone to highlight the thought and the emotion. This man is a master. Okay. And also I want to highlight also a little bit about what is a Musang Tala anyway. You know, that's the title, right? So Musang, I have no idea. I just got this, I did a Wikipedia search, and turns out Musang is a civet. It is a kind of feline animal. So I'm gonna read it. Ang civet or musang ay mga maliliit na mamalyang madaling mahutok ang katawan o may malambot at magaang na indayog ng katawan. Wow, that resonated with me, indayog. Because I think that the person that the writer is leaving behind is a woman, like a beautiful woman, who moves in this incredible way, who's bright as the sun and shining with glory in his eyes. He's muse, and he's saying goodbye to her, and he can't take it. So the guy is having a nervous breakdown, right? Something like that. So Tala means star. So it's this gorgeous animal who's also this glorious star. Musang Tala. That's my guess. I have no idea if it's right or not, but that's my guess. And sort of makes sense, right? So let's continue. I'm gonna turn it back a little bit. So good.
Patawad mahal ko, ako'y naging palamara. Akong palaging binibida, ganyan ka, nakabuntod sa'kin sa tuwi-tuwi na. Nagpasasa ko sa ginhawa, sinamantala kong lakas mo at sigla. Nandito ako ngayon, mabuting mukhang walang ngalan. Anong silbi ko kung wala kang sa'kin magsasagwan?
Wow! Okay, I'm gonna read my translation, okay? So, it ended in that I fly to outer space, or the firmament, however you want to call it. They're seething in anger. The anger of having to leave someone that you value behind because you're moving on to something else. Ah, so painful. So there's also anger, but the next part is, forgive me, my love, I've betrayed you. I put myself first, and there you are following me everywhere, but I threw myself into hedonistic pleasures. I took advantage of your strength and vitality. Now, this is the translation that I'm not sure of. I'm not sure about this. This is the least sure translation I have, but I did look at the words. Seems right, but could be completely wrong. It's just me throwing it out there. Throwing it out there, but he confesses what he's done, the writer. In one of the Tagalog words that translated was taksil. Naging taksil ako. Taksil. Woo! It's horrible. Ha! Ay, taksil. So anyway, I threw myself into hedonistic pleasures, like to the max. I just let myself experience all the pleasures. And I took advantage of you. Oh, that's painful, man. Okay, I just want to let's hear that part again because it's so beautiful.
Patawad mahal ko, ako'y naging palamara.
Palamara, taksil.
Akong palaging binibida, ganyan ka, nakabuntod sa'kin sa tuwi-tuwi na. Nagpasasa ko sa ginhawa, sinamantala kong lakas mo at sigla. Nandito ako ngayon, mabuting mukhang walang ngalan. Anong silbi ko kung wala kang sa'kin magsasagwan?
Okay, those last three lines, I forgot to read you what I saw as a translation, rough translation. Now I'm here, revealing my face without a name. What use am I if you are not here to help guide me? Wow! Now he's feeling the loss. He's totally feeling the loss. Whew. You know, I get it. I get it. I sort of get. Of course, I don't totally get it, but the conflict, the being torn apart, the agony, it's all in here, right? Amazing. Let's continue.
Magsasagwan, gusto ko, kaya ko bang makipagtagisan, pero baliwala ako kung di ka kakapitan. Ikaw lang ang pag-asang bumubulusok mula sa kalawakan. Agilaman.
Hi! Grabe na, there's a progression aggression is sort of building up, but it's also a bit unexpected. So that last part that we heard, it says, I'm in my rough translation. Okay, the last one is, now I'm here revealing my face without a name. What use am I if you are not here to help guide me? And then next, I still want to compete in the world. Like, gusto ko pa rin makipagsapalaran. I still want to compete in the world. But I am worth nothing if you're not with me. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. What on earth is this guy doing? If he knows that this person is so much value, why is he leaving her for something else? Actually, I kind of know the answer, but if you can guess it, put it in the comment section. But, oh my gosh. It's not remorse. It's like the sense of utter loss. It's the sense of being completely bewildered by a choice that you made that probably thought you didn't have one. But you did. You did. Freaking had a choice. And now you're letting go of one of the most beautiful things you've ever had in your whole life. And thus the pain, right? And then the next line says, you're the only hope bursting from the vast. It says kalawakan in Tagalog. I can only say from the vast. Pero yung the vastness. Pero sige na nga lang, you're the only hope bursting in from the vast. Wow. Next. Let's listen to the next part. Roeder's doing such an amazing job. You know, because it's so raw. Diba? The whole thing is raw. Oh, by the way, I remember now that what that word is that I forgot in the beginning of this video. Falsetto. Roeder, moving from a chest note smoothly up to a falsetto with full emotion infused into every nanosecond of that. I don't know how he does it. The guy's a master. By the way, you're gonna hear it in the story of he tells a story in my interview, and I suggest you go to that interview and you listen to the whole thing. It's 2 hours. It's an hour and 57 minutes. It's worth every second of listening time to listen to this master talk about his craft. But he actually talks about when he was a teenager. They told him to sing like a rock star. He forgot all the technique he learned, and because he had to do all this screaming stuff as a rock star when he's not really into rock, and he tore his vocal cords, created nodules, and it bled, literally bled during a concert. Oh my gosh, and it permanently altered the anatomy of his vocal cords, and which in a way contributed to his unique sound. There's really a silver lining for every shadow. Let's continue. Let's go. I'm gonna turn it back a bit.
Talakong lakas mo at sigla, narito ako ngayon. Mabuting mukhang walang ngalan. Anong silbi ko kung wala kang sa'king magsasagwan? Gusto ko, kaya ko bang makipagtagisan, pero baliwala ako kung di ka kakapitan. Ikaw lang ang pag-asang bumubulusok mula sa kalawakan. Agilamay, kaya nating tugisin kung sa mga pakpakoy ikaw ang magiging hangin. Saan man kalangitan ating liliparin, kahit anong makakamit, walang di susuungin.
Oh my God. That ending. Anyway, that last paragraph, it boggles my mind because after all of this lamenting, and, suddenly he turns into this tender set of verses. There's tenderness and it seems to be the stuff of dreams. But it's literally the stuff of dreams, like dreams that can't come true, because he already said goodbye to that dream, or that dream already is gone. It's no longer an option. But he's still dreaming about what could be, but that could never be. And I'm going to read you my rough translation of that last paragraph so you know exactly what I mean. So, imagine, so he's saying, I cheated and, I took advantage of you and I've lost you and all this. And then he turns into this paragraph. I can chase after an eagle. If I had wings, you'd be my wind. No matter where, we could fly there. We can achieve anything. We can overcome anything. We'd reach the pinnacle of victory. We'd reach the pinnacle of victory. And then that part, which is like so unexpected, right? It's like sort of upbeat, but also frenetic and sad. At the end of a song where it's showing a man on the verge of a nervous breakdown, dreaming about things that could never be. Let's listen to that last paragraph again. Wait.
Ikaw lang ang pag-asang bumubulusok mula sa
This is it. This is the transition to the last paragraph.
Kaya nating tugisin kung sa mga pakpakoy ikaw ang magiging hangin saan man kalangitan ating liliparin kahit anong makakamit walang di susuungin rurok ng tagumpay mararating natin rurok ng tagumpay mararating natin
Oh my gosh. Bravo! I love it talaga. I love it. And, Roeder, that last high note at the end. And the beautiful thing about it is it's raw. It's still precise, but raw, and so it doesn't have any of the sort of operatic polish. It does, of course. The quality is there, but what I'm saying is you feel like it's somebody talking to you. It's somebody, you feel like it's somebody ranting at, or dreaming, or thinking for reals. And I think that's really the beauty of a master craftsman of musical theater, because you are not merely singing. You're telling a story in a way that, with the depth and texture, nuance, emotion that, somebody who does not have that understanding, that training, that pedigree, that life experience would not have. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You guys know, because I interviewed Mr. Roeder Camañag. I totally stand the guy. He's so very, very low-key, but absolutely brilliant. You heard it. This is one of his newest published works. But I invite you once again, listen to the whole interview that I did. But also, I want to give props to, obviously, Cavestany. I love the beautiful poem. And the strings and the incredible music by Roger Singson, which is so dynamic and full of human ambiguity, if you will. It's like humanity with all the different emotions packed into like a note. Roger Singson did it. And I love the strings, the strings upon strings upon strings, and sort of the flats and the rising and the lowering and the different kinds of, it's like this, it's not the same. Like one stanza is different from the next to the next. The bridge of one from one to the next, it's different from the bridge to the other. Kaya nahirapan si Roeder. Roeder had a hard time learning it. He said, but he felt very, very honored to be asked to do it, and I think he did an absolutely smashing job of interpreting the song. And it's such a rare kind of song, and I'm so blessed to be able to do a reaction right now. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Until the next one, over a cup of coffee, this is Victoria Ferro. Thank you.